Hi, this is Freya from Otherworldly, and today I thought I would welcome you to the Devil's Playground. This elaborate set from Roawenwood was released for a previous round of Romp, I believe, not the current round of the event, but I got the opportunity to blog it, and I've had my eye on it for a while, so I thought that would be a fun thing to make a video of. Of course, given that it is an adult set, I won't be able to show the full extent of the set because I think I would have to move my YouTube channel into a more a restricted category, or at the very least restrict the video, and I would rather not do that. So I'll be showing you some of the potential of the set, and the rest you'll just have to imagine. I did call in some help for this set, so I've got Rand sitting there and watching me, and actually we are going to take a closer look at his avatar as well today, because he is wearing the newest male mesh head from LightStar, Arthur, which is available at We Love Roleplay at believe a 25% discount. I'm also wearing a LightStar mesh head, the Athena head, which was one of the first batches from the first batch of heads from LightStar. So I'll take the opportunity to talk those up again because I really like them being a bit of a different option for mesh heads, both for male and female avatars. In addition to that, I am going to be reviewing, or at least showing off, the silks that I'm wearing. They are called Lila, and they are a gotcha from Devious Mind for the Fantasy Gotcha Carnival. And I've also got a new hair from Wasabi Pill. This is actually for the Rewind event, so it's a bit of a retro style, but I thought the wild curls and such look just fine for this sort of setup. So I'm going to go through a few of the features of this Devil's Playground set first, I think, and then I'm going to show you some more details of what I'm wearing and what Man is wearing. So what we've got here is basically when you res it out, you're actually just going to, oops, there we got some wall instead. You're actually going to just res out this platform here. Without the benches or any of the decorations or even this little tethering pole for dances. So you'll just be running out that, and then that comes with a HUD as well. So you have some choices for colors, just for the drape here really. So you could go with black if you wanted it to be a little darker. I think I'll stick with the red, even though I'm wearing red, but I think it works pretty well. So it's just a couple of options that you have there. And then you have a lot of options for, basically you res it out and then you click it and you have this option for furniture where you can res out one or both of the benches, and you have a choice of various play items, I would call them. So we've currently got the dancers tether. Wow, that one was a stumbler. And I'm going to show you some of the poses that comes with. And then you've got the additional decor, which is the plants and the vases. So those are both optional. You could obviously decorate with other pieces if you prefer that. And then you've got a quick and easy cleanup option. I think these actually work as cleanups too. And that way you can easily reset it to the base. And then if you have the individual things, obviously I'm seated on this one now, so I can show you that there are multiple poses. I'm using the sensual one at the moment, and I'll switch these up and show you a couple more of these poses. And obviously you've got your adjust menu so that you can lift yourself up a little bit. Some of these, obviously, I get a little squished into the ground. Tends to be my longer arms and so on. And you've got that one, basically, so that's a nice one. Oh, and I love how the light is coming out here on the outfit. These you can make more opaque if you prefer, and for the rares you have color choices for them as well. There's also a simpler dancer silk version which doesn't come with the harem pants and the sleeves, but this is one of the rare sets. And then we have various positions as well. These tend to be sort of your standard Gorean bondage dominance style poses. So you've got this sort of waiting pose, for example, at the tether. I see this is not actually working at the moment, but what I can do is I can get cuffs added as well. And there you'll see you'll have a particle rope attaching like that. And then we have some dances. It's a mix, some of them perhaps more appropriate to the setting and others a bit more modern, but you can basically put on a little nice performance. Looks very curvy when I am wearing the hourglass body. This set comes for Maitreya and Hourglass, so I have a couple of hourglass shapes prepared that I use for these Devious Mind sets. I do like the body. It's I like toning it down quite a bit, especially the waist, and I tend to have the butt set as low as possible, really. But I like the fact that you get a much more substantial rib cage and just a broader upper body with it. So you can actually do some quite nice stuff with that. And let's see what else we have. A couple of other options. A little more dancing all over the place, doing your little twirls. And then we have various options for being on the floor. They are, I had a poke at them, they're a little more of the stripper variety. Perhaps not quite right if you're trying to put on a more sort of fantasy period type of dungeon setting, but it could work. So I'm gonna get up from this one right now, stand, and then I am going to show you some of the other options. So I go to the furniture tab again, and we try instead the hanging post, and we get that like that, and then I attach myself to it. And I click it, or I'm clicking myself probably. There we go. And as you can see, we have some options which are on the safer side, cuddly ones. We have more bondagey ones, and for those obviously we can add cuffs again. I am, of course, currently floating a little bit, so we could adjust that. For example, get my footsies back down on the ground. There we go. And then we try and go for maybe just watching. So, oops, and there I am feeling a little suspended. Looking somewhat uncomfortable, I think. But that's some of the stuff that you can do with this. And obviously, again, you get the particle ropes here. And we have disapproving. I'm trying to pick the items that I think will be relatively safe. I think that actually seems to like it's just changing for the other avatar. And some of these have sub-menus, as you can see. Post 1, post 2 end up having sub-menus for more items. And then we have, I can tell you that the back alley menu was not going to have anything that we can show on the channel right now. So we will pop down from that one. And again, I'm going to see what more we have. We have a bondage cross. So I'm going to hop on that. And I'm going to chain myself, I think. I'll add some cuffs. You see they pop into place like that. Although here it's okay, I'm only chained on that side, so these are not getting the particle effect here. What else can we do? We can have some tethering going on. Okay, that's the first post there. I'm just sort of tied one foot on the cross and not getting anywhere. Oh, let me go, let me go. That's like I'm doing. Funny. Then we have chained 2, and then I end up chained like that instead. Also looking rather uncomfortable, I have to say. What else? Arched. Okay. Now we're getting into the more advanced stuff, I would say. Oops, that's a little on the bright side. I'll just give you a look at the set from all around. Let's see what else we have on this menu. We have various couple options. They don't look too safe for the channel again. And none of these are... Ow! That hurts my knees. There are some very demanding positions in a lot of the bondage furniture that I'm glad it's just my Second Life avatar being put through them and not myself. So, and here of course you got the swap menu if you want to swap places on the avatar. So a lot of these are for 2 avatars. I'm just using Ran as a bit of a dummy at the moment. Hopefully he'll forgive me that. And then we have our final item on the, oops, helps if I'm actually getting it activated by clicking in the right place. There we go. We have the suspension posts. And I'll hop on that so that I stop dancing a jig. And here you'll definitely want to use cuffs of some kind, because otherwise it sounds like you're just doing a very advanced floaty thing. And maybe give you the perspective here of the onlooker and see what we have here. These are all looking like they're actually for 2 avatars, so can't really show those in the video, although I may include some photos afterwards that give a better sense of what's going on. So I think I'm going to move back to just having the tether here, and then I am going to take a closer look at, I said, some of the things that we're wearing and some of the poses on the benches. So let's take a closer look at this set from Devious Mind. I really like how it's been responding to the poses so far. The rigging is very nice, and I love how the transparency of the sleeves and the harem pants work. Looks really nice. It's got some great detailing, I think, and even the common sets are very nice and very wearable on their own. So it's one of those gotchas that is kind of nice to play, because you will come away with something that you can use. Obviously you might be really picky about color and so on, but for the most part you're going to come away with something usable. And I don't recall if I mentioned it, but it is fitted for, as I think I did because I'm wearing the hourglass shape, but so it's fitted for Maitreya and for Slink Hourglass, which is nice for these, you know, sexy revealing outfits. Certainly nice to have a curvy shape for that. It always makes it look good. And my head, as I said, is the Athena LightStar head, and I have the Rebecca skin from Adam and Eve on, which is available both as Liluka and the Omega applier. And then this wasabi pills here from Rewind. And then I'm gonna join Anne over here, I think, for a little conversing. And he is wearing one of the Heathcliff outfits. It's a gotcha from the male brand from Junbug. And his head, as I said, is also a LightStar head. And it's the first mesh head that I've gotten him to look at. We both really like the profiles that you can make with it. Love that nose and the lips. And the problem with it really is the limitation in terms of skins. Like the female LightStar heads, it is Omega. And that of course means that for female heads it doesn't really matter that much. There's a lot of creators who do make Omega appliers. For male skins, you're really fairly limited. 7 Deadly Skins is one, and this is one of theirs, a group gift called Nathan. Fantasy brands like The Plastic and Fallen Gods also make Omega appliers. Other than that, I've had a hard time tracking them down, finding any good ones. So that's the tough part. But other than that, I like the I do like the head. The pricing is great. The regular price is 2,000, I believe, and now it's 25% off at We Love Roleplay. When there's a matching female head, appropriately named Guinevere for Arthur, which is a little bit on the cuter side. I like Athena, which is quite a strong face, but Arthur is probably the one of her 4 male heads that I like the best. I may have to pick up a copy myself, even though I have already got Apollo and Robin since before. So to return a little bit to the Devil's Playground set from Roawenwood, as you can see, the benches also have poses. We have our options for soft and hard, and I think we're gonna stick with the soft options, which are, you have some more intimate ones. For example, we can have a little nuzzle like that, which usually involves hands digging in somewhere, especially with the Bento hands. You see them kind of digging into flesh a little bit, and that never really works for me because long arms and just regular proportions that most post makers don't use. Let's see, I did flip through this earlier and found some nice ones. Yeah, this one I thought was really cute. So there you can have your little contemplative moment side by side, sitting on the bench before or after you watch some or participate in some naughty stuff going on. So you have quite a few here, just for sort of sitting around, hanging out. Nice ones, I think. 2 full menus and an additional one. I'll just peek at the hard menu, but as you can see, none of these are well, those are basically getting into the sexy poses, and perfectly happy to do that for photos, but as I said, I don't really know how it would go over on the YouTube channel, and I would rather not have any problems from that. But I hope this has still given you an idea of what you can do with this set, and as I said, it's really versatile in the whole thing. The fact that you can just URS out this, and then you have a lot of play options. I think I'll go back to that post because I really liked it as a finish. I'll just sit like that. Ooh, excellent for this angle too. And you have your nice decor built in, and so you could have it just the centerpiece rest out, and to save on land impact, and then when you're gonna use it, you res out the pieces that you need. So it's a really nice versatile set. The styling of it can kind of fit a lot of different places. Obviously, some elements of the sort of look a bit more historical or fantasy, but you could easily sort of sell that as this is the dungeon space, and you can have it be a bit old-fashioned in style. So I hope that has given you a nice idea of how it works, and perhaps also a little temptation to take a look at what we're wearing, especially the LightStar heads.